Off the western coast of northern Samar lies Kapul Island, a 45-minute boat ride from Allen. It was once a bustling port along the Acapulco galleon trade route from the 16th to the early 19th century. Legend has it that the name Acapulco was once carved onto a stone, but time and harsh elements have rubbed off the first and last syllables, leaving the island with its abbreviated name, Kapul. Before the Spanish seafarers would navigate the surrounding treacherous waters of San Bernardino Strait, they would come to this church to pray for a safe journey. Dedicated to St. Ignatius of Loyola, Kapul Church was built by Spanish Jesuits in the 15th century, making it the oldest church in the province. The edifice, which has undergone 2 reconstructions, has recently been pronounced as a National Historical Landmark. Kapul Church also doubles as a cultural center for the people. In its courtyard, where the canon relics now stand mute, artistic performances are regularly staged in a language that is unique to the island. While the rest of the province speaks the Norte Samarnon dialect, a variation of Waray, and the pervasive Cebuano, the natives of Kapul communicate in Abaknon. Speaking the language may prove to be a tongue-twisting challenge, but it's certainly easy to wrap your tongue around these sweet delicacies. Of course, they come with elaborate, colorful names, such as nilanggang, which is made with ground rice and young coconut meat. Kapul also harvests homegrown seaweeds, the basic ingredient for their famous gulaman or gelatin. There's nothing better to wash them down with than the island's natural spring water. Originating from an underground stream, the water also supplies the communal laundry area, the bañadero. A trip to Kapul would never be complete without a visit to the lighthouse, which sits on the island's highest peak. The 40-foot tower has been a beacon for countless vessels, passing through the oftentimes perilous San Bernardino Strait. Time to put away the history books and head out for Dalupiri Island, just 30 minutes from Kapul. Also called San Antonio, after the municipal capital, Dalupiri has earned the unofficial distinction of being northern Samar's very own Boracay. Only more quiet and empty. Find only pristine white sands, gin-clear waters, and the warm smiles of friendly locals, just the way it should be. At the family-run Puro Beach Resort, the owners pull out all the stops to welcome their guests as they slip into the island lifestyle. From rustic nipa huts that let the cool sea breeze in, or air-conditioned cottages if you prefer, to a lavish spread of seafood cooked the same day they were caught. One of the island's most popular delicacies are sea urchins, which flourish along the coast. The squeamish should probably look away now, because the best way to eat them is fresh, raw, and laced with calamansi, the tiny, sour local lime fruit found all over the Philippines. In Barangay Pilar, a diverse population of aquatic wildlife thrives in 300 hectares of marine sanctuary. You don't have to tread far to meet new friends, including this shy creature, the sea cucumber. San Vicente's Naranjo Islands, with its pristine white and pink beaches, is also a fertile habitat for marine life. In the western town of Victoria, under the steely-eyed gaze of the bridge that connects to San Isidro, soon kayak enthusiasts can paddle the deep green Mawot River, once the refuge for Spanish galleons during violent storms. If this is a bit tame for you, double-check your life jacket and head upriver. During the rainy season until February, the large rocks you now see will be completely submerged under the raging Bangon Rapids. In an era of homogenized tourism, when anything that's worth visiting often fails to move the jaded tourist, northern Samar comes up with more than a few surprises. One of them is tucked in the western town of San Isidro, the majestic Kampongkol Falls. Hop on the Habal for a short ride to Happy Valley. Here, your trek to the waterfall begins. The path will take you through dense forests, thick undergrowths, steep rocky terrain, and shallow streams. Sturdy, waterproof footwear with good traction should help you negotiate your way across changing terrain. Depending on your pace, the 4-kilometer trek can take you an hour or two, past 3 other waterfalls before you finally reach the largest and multi-tiered Kangpongkol. There's another famous water feature in San Isidro, the last town before the next province of Samar. Veriato Falls, just along Maharlika Highway, is where village kids cool off after returning from school or helping their parents work the farm. It's where families gather during weekends for a picnic under the shade. Up in the northernmost tip of the province, a live performance of geographic proportions unfolds in the island of Biri. It's a spectacular concert of sights and sounds unlike any other, where the best seat in the house belongs to anyone who's willing to make the 45-minute crossing from the town of Lavezares to the Biri port in Barangay Progress. From there, it's a scenic jaunt on the Haba, past small villages and swaying fields. As trees give way to mangroves and dry, hard-packed land melts to sandy shores, the 10-minute ride ends all too soon. But you can hardly complain when you're standing in front of one of the best-kept secrets of Asia, the rock formations of Biri. At low tide, walk across the receding shoreline and hike up the cliffs to get an inspiring view of the San Bernardino Strait on one side and the Pacific Ocean on the other. Biri is also a great site for surfing. Centuries ago, Spanish galleons plied these waters. In fact, the name Biri can be traced to its maritime roots. It comes from the Spanish word barrer, meaning to sweep, which the captain would order his crew to perform on deck upon sighting the island.